Hello my good friends and welcome. This is Buck Small Engine DIY on YouTube, and I have in front of me a lawnmower. It's the TORO Recycler 22-inch cut, and today we're going to be replacing the drive belt. This has front wheel drive, and you're going to be surprised how easy it is to change out the drive belt on this mower. Here's what you need. It's a new belt. I'll leave a link in the description where you can get one. If you don't know what belt you need for your particular model, lift up the cover here, and there is the decal with the information, the model number and serial number. With that, you'll be able to find online the right belt for your mower. So we're going to need a driver with a 3/8 socket. We're going to need another a bit here with a square head like that. I'm not sure what size that is. Ratchet, flashlight or two, a couple of blocks of wood for when we support the front end, and I've got a 5/8 socket here on my little impact that we'll use to remove the belt, and that's all that you're going to need. So I've got the mower up on a table. This one features a Kohler engine. The engine's running fine. It's the drive belt, the drive system that we're servicing today. And I'm going to take a block of wood that's about 12 or 13 inches long and use that to just support the mower up off the table like that. And you want to do it in such a way that you're lifting the air cleaner side, the carburetor side, not the muffler side. So that's good. Now we're going to go under and take off the blade. So this is where having a flashlight is useful. You can see better what you're doing. Hopefully that'll show up reasonably okay on the video. So again, it's a 5/8 socket to remove this bolt that holds the blade on. He comes down. And while we're still under here, we've got we're going to next take off this plastic shield. It's two shoulder bolts right here and a 3/8 socket. Excuse me. We'll get them off. Now they go through this plastic shield and through a hole in the mower deck and up into the upper plastic shield. So we're just taking these out of plastic, and you can do it really easily even with just a regular 3/8 nut driver. So there's one, and here's number two. Alright, and then this shield comes down, and we'll move him out of the way. And again, we're still under here. We can take down the blade adapter, and hopefully it's not stuck on there, frozen on there. It might be a bit of a fight if it is, but ours comes off nice easily. And now I'll release the belt from around the crankshaft. And yeah, that's all we need to do under here for now. Now we're going to go back up top. So I've taken those two blocks of wood and I'm supporting the mower behind the front wheels, and I sort of have the front of the mower like hanging off the edge of the table because we got to get up under here, and I support the engine with those blocks of wood with the front end hanging off the table a little. So again, you need a flashlight here to help so you can see under here. We're taking off that top plastic shield, and there's two more bolts, and they're hard to see, but they're the same as before. The 3/8 nut driver. We'll bring them down. There's one here, and then the other one up here, which is probably not visible to you on the camera, but you'll see it easily enough when you are working on yours. And that comes out, and that's all we have to do right here. So now we can easily remove this plastic shield. And that gives us access to the transmission and the belt. I think this is a good design. I don't have to take the wheels off. I don't have to remove the transmission. It's really an easy way to do this. So now we got to, we have the transmission here with the top pulley, and the belt goes around it. As you can see, we've got to remove 1, 2, 3 screws. And these are the ones with that square head that I were telling you about. And again, it's a plastic transmission, so it's not hard to remove those 3 screws with by hand with like a nut driver type spinner thing. And in my case, you know, this is a 1/4 inch socket, and this bit just fits right in there. And this one here, number 3. Alright, so that was pretty easy, and now this cover, blade, belt guide, whatever you call it, comes off. And we don't really even need to disconnect this wire, just move this out of the way. So now the belt comes off the transmission pulley, and we just pull it out. So the old belt is done, is removed. This belt doesn't really look too bad, but it had jumped off the drive pulley, and it's probably just a little bit worn from age and use. And a new belt, since we're going to the trouble of taking this apart, a new belt just makes sense. Now before I install that new belt, I like to test out the transmission, and I'll show you how I do that. I take a drill and a 14mm socket, and I just put it on the top of the transmission and spin it. And you can see that our wheels, front wheels, since they're elevated, they're spinning as the transmission spins, which is good. So I know that our transmission is good, and this job is really just about replacing the belt. So let's install the new belt. So the part number for this particular mower, the belt part number is 117-1018. This is an aftermarket belt, but it's it's a reasonably good brand, I think, and I've never had any problems with these aftermarket belts. So installing the new belt is just the reverse of what we did to take it off. So I'm going to slide it through that hole there and wrap the other end around the drive pulley. Put this keeper bracket back in place, and we'll secure it down once again with the square-headed bit, like that. And this one's a little harder to get to over on this side, but I think we can do it. And you really just need to snug them down by hand. You don't need to get out a big wrench. Again, we're just going into plastic. So hand tighten like that with the driver is all it takes. All right, that's excellent. All right, we just set this cover in place. Make sure the belt goes through these two holes here as we slide it up, set it down, and then again we go under and put in these two guys that held it in place. I'll do that without showing it to you. It's not very interesting. It's just the opposite of taking it out. So we're back under the mower, and we're going to slide on the blade adapter and put the belt around it as we go. It's a keyway, so you got to line up the keyway with the groove in the pulley. So let's wrap the belt around here, and it should be a little bit loose now because we haven't squeezed that engagement lever yet, and the cable hasn't pulled to tighten this belt yet, so it will be a little bit loose. Now we don't have to we're not putting the blade on quite yet. The next is this cover again, which serves as a belt keeper of sorts and goes right up there. And we had these two shoulder bolts, and of course again they're going up through the mower deck and into that plastic cover. This one doesn't look like I'm getting it in there straight, does it? I'll peek up top, make sure it's going in properly. Yeah. Alright, I think we're lined up properly now. I put a little bit of anti-seize on that crankshaft before putting the blade adapter back on. That's always a good idea. And again, we're just screwing into plastic, so hand tight is all you need. Don't overdo it. We're going to strip it out. That's fabulous. We got that in place, cup cover secured. We can put our blade back on. Like so. And we got to tighten that down. Five-eighths. That's loud. All right. Now, before you put it down, let's I'm going to squeeze the bail, and I want to just slowly spin that blade to make sure everything's moving correctly. I'm doing it slow. There's like no possibility that the engine's going to start. If you're worried about that, you can remove the spark plug, but it's not going to start. So yeah, that looks good. And right now the belt is slack enough that it's not spinning the transmission. It wouldn't be until we squeeze the blade of the drive engagement till it tightens up. So we got to check the tightness of that belt, and not sure if you can see or not because it's on this side, but I'm going to squeeze and put a clamp on that drive engagement belt. Drive engagement bail, and make sure that the transmission also spins now when we spin the blade. All right. So yeah,
No, it's not really. It's the belt is still not tight enough. So we've got to tighten that belt. And I'm going to show you how we do that right now. It's also very easy. But that's our last step to get that belt tightness adjusted properly.
Okay, so let's talk about the adjustment for the drive system belt. We have two bails up here, one for starting and stopping the engine, but this lower one is for the drive system. So basically when we're not squeezing this lower bail, the drive belt should be loose enough that it doesn't engage the transmission or spin it. But when we squeeze this, we want that belt to tighten up so that the drive system engages and the transmission spins and the mower moves. So the adjustment for that is right here. And this is the cable for the drive, and we can loosen this and then slide this outer cable forward or backwards in either direction depending on whether we want to loosen it, whether we want to tighten the belt or loosen it. But I think right now I've got it adjusted pretty much just like it needs to be. And you have to experiment with that a little bit to find that sweet spot. But I'm pretty sure now that with the bail unpulled with like this, our drive belt is loose enough underneath so that it doesn't engage the transmission. Squeeze the lever, it pulls on the cable, tightens that belt, and away we go with our self-propelled drive. So you can play with that adjustment right here, and it's really easy and no big deal. And when you find that sweet spot, you know you've got it. No drive, drive. No drive, drive. Belt slackened, belt tightened. So loosened, tightened. No self-propel, self-propel. I think you get the point. Alright, it's working great with the new belt. When I actually had the belt on the table adjusted a little too tight, when I started the engine it began to pull immediately, so I knew the belt was a little too tight. And I loosened it according to the manner in which I had shown you on the table, and then you just observed that it's working just like it should. So that's pretty cool. It wasn't a hard job. Check out the links in the description if you need to get a belt. Thanks for watching this video. I appreciate you doing that. Comments and questions are always welcome in the discussion below. Remember guys, as I always like to say, only you can put the do into do-it-yourself. I'll see you on the next video.